everybody, welcome to Mount Motor. Today I'm going to be showing you how to remove and adjust your front brake on your Blades gas scooter. This also works for some Extreme and Evo gas scooters. So basically you're going to need two of these wrenches, or you can already get made wrenches. So go ahead and adjust it to the right size of the bolt and start loosening up this bolt right here. And there's one in the back that's holding it right there. Alright, so that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. So let me prop the camera. Alright guys, so let's start loosening it up. Alright. Alright guys, so once the screw is loose enough, you can already use your hand. Go ahead and unscrew it from there. Just remember that you're going to have two washers that are going to fall out. One that's in the front and one that's in the back. Make sure that you keep all your bolts. Make sure you don't lose any of them. They're extremely important. One washer just fell out. Go ahead and grab it so I don't lose it. Alright guys, so pretty much I took out that screw, and now the whole entire brake assembly is just coming apart. You're going to have another couple washers, pretty much. First off, you want to go ahead and try and work the brakes off. Just go ahead and wiggle them. Get all the washers. Remember, this one goes in the little slot between these two brakes right here. This washer, between that slot. There's going to be two slots there. One in the front, one in the back. Alright. You can go ahead and just try and work it off. There we go. Push it up and it should pop off like that. Alright. Basically, this is all you need just to remove your brake pads. And that's pretty much the only reason why you would want to play around with this stuff. Because it is extremely tricky to put back on. Alright, so you can go ahead and already remove your first brake pad here. Don't forget that it's a magnet. Alright, so here's your first brake pad. Mine's in pretty good condition here. Alright, I have not replaced them yet, and they still have a good amount of rubber on them. This back part right here, make sure that the arm of the brake fits right back into these slots right here on the back of the brake pad, because these slots are specifically made for this arm and they're both magnetic, so that will help you out here. These two metal circles right here, those are actually the magnets holding on to the arm, so that's always a good thing. And the bottom brake right here is really easy to remove. You just yank it out. Alright, I don't even need to show you guys because that's how simple it is. So the tricky part is putting back this this brake, and that is, wow, that is going to be really tricky here. So basically this is what you have. Alright, you got different joints. Alright, this brake works as like a joint, you know. You can't mess around with one part of the joint, otherwise the whole entire system just breaks down on you. So you have to make sure that each part specifically fits in, so that way the whole arm can work together as one, or the arms can work together as one. So what I'm going to do, there's basically one other washer in the back that I'm going to find right now, and there it is, just fell out. Alright, so basically you have this. Alright, this is pretty much, I like to call this like a pincher, you know. It grabs on to this right here. Alright, this is actually one way to just pretty much see how exactly your brake system is working. Apparently mine's falling apart completely already, so let's go ahead and put it back on before it causes more trouble. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and realign my brake pads. Alright. Yeah. Okay, good. Grabbed onto there. I want to take my washer that fell out and I want to put it back in the same spot. Alright. This washer right here should go in between that mount right there and the arm. Alright, guys. First of all, before we even do that, we need to insert the screw. But before we insert the screw, we need to already put the second brake pad back in. Just remember how everything went here. Alright, it's very important that you know how everything went. Alright, so let's go ahead and readjust everything here. Make sure that it is supposed to be going the way that I want it to be going and not the other way. Okay, so pretty much you have two arms here that are going to be holding one brake pad, and you're going to have one arm here to be holding one brake pad. Alright, it's designed this way so that way they can pinch, and that way the brakes will squeeze onto the rotor and stop the scooter. So that's why they're designed like that. And it's a flawless design unless you're taking apart. Then it's just a huge mess. Alright, so now I'm going to put my other brake pad in. I'm going to take these arms out. Make sure that the arms fit into those grips onto the brake pad, as so. Perfect. Hear that snap? That was a good snap right there. Alright, so they fit in. Let's already align these freaking things back up, because this is one thing you do not want to be messing with. That's for sure. Don't do this just for looks. Do this just because you have to replace them. Don't just do this for fun, because it's going to take you a really long time. Alright, make sure that the wire and spring are aligned so that way they will be working later on. Guys, so now I got the brake pads back on. Alright, now this is the worst part. Well, actually, I think we did the worst part already. This is just a huge, pain in the butt. Make sure that the spring here is at the corner of this, but we'll make sure that's set up once we put the screw in, so that way you don't miss any parts. I forgot to also mention that it's also a good idea to remove your front tire. I didn't, and I'm struggling a lot, and I didn't think ahead. But you can always remove your front tire. That's always an easy option. I didn't do it on this video because I also figured that it would take too long. So, yeah. Alright, so now let's go ahead and put the screw in. Don't forget your washers that need to go in the front and the back. And alright guys, this is the ending result. Alright, once you've put the screw back in, alright, make sure that the washers are there. Alright, let me show you the back. That's how the back looks like. That mount right there is supposed to be at the very end. Alright, when I was talking about this arm right here, that's holding the brake pad on the right, this arm right here that I'm holding, that's going in between these two arms that are holding the brake pad on the left. Alright, very important. Make sure you remember that. And this spring, this spring will be so much trouble for you when you're putting this thing back on. So you got to make sure that it's pressing against this arm right here to create spring action so you can get off the brake fast. Alright, and to adjust your brakes right here, you can go ahead and tighten this bolt right here or loosen it up to your liking. Alright, same thing with the throttle. Alright, thanks guys for watching, and don't forget to check out www.mountmotor.com, and feel free to email us at support@mountmotor.com.